that love and care for us, and that's what. It starts with my wife.
Yeah.
It starts with my girls and my parents and friends, but that's really, I mean, that's the essence ultimately of creating a life of fulfillment. This book, The Three Promises, which you so beautifully introduced, which I appreciate, is really about creating fulfillment, because when we are living like what you were describing, living what you love to do, every single day, people live in that light. They live in the light of fulfillment. So to the degree that we do what we love, to the degree that we find joy, to the degree we make a difference for other people, like you guys do every morning with your show, then the people around us benefit from that. They live in that energy, that positive energy, and then the support that we all need, back to your initial question, who helps me be supportive, is all of those people who are around me, and I help nourish them, they nourish me, and it's this beautifully virtuous cycle of support.
You think sometimes it's just a matter of doing something, of stepping out and taking that chance? Real quick, I'll tell you why I asked that question. I was walking through the hallway of an assisted living facility, and I worked there at the time. And I was walking in front of a gentleman, an older gentleman, and he knew that I was ready to go on a vacation. I was going to go to the Grand Canyon. Just so you know, we're in Florida. I don't know, but it's a long way away. Okay.
Yeah, right, exactly.
So I heard him say to the lady he was walking with, I always wanted to go to the Grand Canyon. And I was thinking to myself, I don't want that to be me.
Yeah,
I don't want to get to that point in my life and say, gosh, something that didn't earn me any money, give me any accolades, but was simply for the joy of doing it, was not done because I had to do all those other money-making things, etc. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, well, that's where, so the essence of the Three Promises is really getting at what you just described, and that is, rather than comparing ourselves to what I should do, like when someone said you could have had a different job, and you're like, yeah, but I have the job I want, or, well, you should be traveling to 100 countries. Well, I don't really want to travel to 100. I want to travel to the Grand Canyon, and I want to go somewhere else. So the idea is, rather than other people defining our happiness, which we can listen to people all the time with their opinions, is to really say, look, I'm going to create a fulfilling life authentically in a way that I believe. And what I've found in the research that I've done with people from 100 countries around the world is that it really comes down to making 3 promises every day and then fulfilling on them. And so it starts with finding some joy every day, and it doesn't have to be where you're skipping and whistling and smiling all day. I mean, that's great.
That's me. That's you.
Yeah.
No, I'm teasing.
Yeah, I was going to say that's awesome. You're in the 1% category. But the idea is to find just like 10, 15 minutes of just time that you authentically say, you know what, no matter what else is going on around me, I'm enjoying myself. I'm finding it could be walking the dogs or having a warm cup of coffee, listening to you guys on the drive in. That type of thing for finding joy. Do what you love is ultimately we want to have the perfect job, but right now we have the job we have. So what can we do for 15 minutes today that allows us to bring out our best, that allows us to do something that we love to do, that we're good at and want to do more of? And then to make a difference is just thinking, how can we help other people in some meaningful way? And it doesn't have to be big. It can just be a small thing where you actually do the dishes that aren't yours that are in the sink, or make the bed even though you weren't the last one out. Whatever it might be. But those 3 simple things every single day lead ultimately us to make incremental progress towards getting to a life that we may dream of even having more of.
So the only question I have is, if you make the bed before you're the last one out, doesn't the wife get annoyed that you kind of tucked her in and she wasn't out?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Exactly. That's true. Good point. I got to plan that better.
How do you help the person that they've had children, their children's growing up, they're in the older stages of life now, their friends, because they're older, they're passing away, they don't have many friends left. How do you keep them from being depressed and find happiness in their everyday life?
Yeah, that's, people ask me, who did I write the book for? I really wrote the book for anyone who wants to get away from the trap of chasing happiness and constantly evaluating, am I happy waiting for my husband?
Yeah.
I mean, that's, and you take the example of, like, my husband's passed away. How can I be happy? My kids are no longer around. How can I be happy? My health is not good. How can I be happy? So I wrote the book for people to understand that there is a path to not happiness directly, but to fulfillment, which will eventually lead to happiness. So what I say to somebody who is in the situation that you just described, Robin, is that they read the book or borrow the book or go to the library and take it out and look to see that there are ways that I guide people to find their joy. So no matter what your age is, my parents are 81, 84. My father has Alzheimer's, which is a difficult, we all know it's just a terrible disease. Yeah. So what we found is that the best way to make it through life is to find ways of creating joy authentically, not where we say, well, Mom, just be positive, Dad, just be positive. No one likes that. Right.
In the book, you talk about the game show mindset, and I wanted to tell you what let me tell you what Robin and I say all the time. It comes from a lot of disappointment, and we figured something out. That when your joy comes from receiving things that you're expecting, and then you don't get that thing, then your joy is you're at the mercy of somebody else. I didn't deliver what I promised I would, or whatever. But when your joy comes from giving, you can never be disappointed because you're in control of the giving. And so it's a mantra for us in a way. And that's what when I was looking at what you wrote about the game show mindset, I was like, well, that's the opposite. The game show mindset is the opposite of getting joy from giving.
That's right. Yeah, you want to be in a situation. The game show mindset's like the idea, the visual is you're walking around with a big answer button, and every time there's a chance for you to express your opinion about the way the world should be and how everyone else should act, you're constantly, boom, bam, I got my answer, boom, got my answer, and you're not giving people the freedom to live the best life that they want to live, because you're constantly interrupting them with your knowledge and your wisdom. And,
I love that.
All that. And then the other thing, is that, to your point about giving, is that the research is so overwhelming that people who give, 96% of people who are volunteering, they say that they're happy, they are healthier, they live longer. And then even giving at work, the old days it would be dog eat dog, and the people who step on each other, they do better. But we found out in the research that people actually give more to others, do better. And the giving, and this is the cool thing, is that if you change your mindset to when you go to the grocery store, rather than thinking, oh, someone just asked me for a little help, that's a big pain in the backside. Rather, you go, wait, that was just an opportunity to do the third promise, to make a difference. I'm going to help that person.
Yeah, you're right. But the honest thing is sometimes you just say, "Oh man, what do you want me to do?"
Right.
You just made us. You just made us feel proud. We have a little game show we do each day, and we only can have 2 players, so other people will call in and actually answer on behalf of the 2 players. So they don't get anything. Awesome. They don't get anything out of it, but they get the fun of playing.
Well, they're helping each other out. You're providing the chance for people to help each other out. That sounds fun.
I love that. You are an awesome writer. I love the way you think, and that's why I was hoping there was somebody in your corner when that strength wasn't there, whenever that happens for you. David Pollay has sent us the book. It's called The 3 Promises. I'd like to give it away. So call me if you want it. The rest of us have to go buy it, or, like you say, go to the library. How do we buy it, though, if we want to?
Well, right now the book is sold everywhere books are sold. Thank goodness I just found out the books are fully in stock. There was actually, believe it or not, there was a run on them, so they were sold out on Amazon for a while. But
nice.
They're fully in stock. Yeah, I know, isn't that nice? But they're fully in stock now everywhere books are sold. Okay, and your website? Best place to find out more about me or the 3 Promises is at the3promises.com. The number 3. The3promises.com.
Oh, okay. The3promises.com. Okay. Well, David Pollay, thank you so much for being on the air with us today, and please come back with the next book. Well, you bet. I'm going to write that book so I can get back on your show, because I love being with you guys. Yeah, it was kind of disappointing. It was a short interview, but it was better little than nothing, right? Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. You guys are the best. Thank you, David. For everything. All right, we'll be right back. The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. We'll see sunshine dimmed by variable high cloudiness today. The high temperature 81 to 85. But partly cloudy tonight. Lows will range from the mid and upper 50s in some of the northernmost part of the zone to about 66 on the coast. Tomorrow, more sun than clouds, high 78 to 82. Then on Friday, times of clouds and sun, the high again 78 to 82. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg. Are you a mom looking for inspiration? Are you creative? Mamazine.com is a lifestyle blog designed for the local mom to be inspired by the beauty of motherhood while staying current on local events and issues. Visit Mamazine.com today to find events around town, recipes, imaginative play ideas, and more. Mamazine.com.
Are you tired of not using your home's outdoor space for entertaining or relaxation because of all the bugs and leaves? Consider adding a beautiful screen room or glass enclosure. We are Superior Aluminum and Design, a family-owned and operated business with 20 years experience in the aluminum industry, and we are accredited by the Better Business Bureau. If you appreciate superior workmanship, call Superior Aluminum and Design at 817-8058 or visit us on the web at superiораluminumdesign.com.
Hospice of Marion County has an urgent need for volunteers to share a conversation with someone, run errands, hold someone's hand. All you need is a willingness to help others. Our volunteers believe the blessings they receive far exceed the services they offer. Will you consider serving, caring, and making a difference? Call today, 873-7441. Hospice of Marion County, making more moments of life possible.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
What you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Not having friends or family is twice as harmful as obesity and has the same negative impact on your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day or not getting any exercise. Because we're all squinting to see our tiny screens, we're creating wrinkles. So increase your font size to grandma size like I do. Men who aren't chivalrous send the message that they're not thoughtful and have no interest in showing compassion for other people.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Veterans are the foundation upon which our freedom is built. Listen to The Source, WOCA, each Thursday at 9 a.m. to Veterans News with Hank Whittier from Vets Helping Vets. You'll hear tributes, information on veterans issues, and stories that will make you laugh, cry, and feel proud. Veterans News always focuses on the military, past and present, and on our first responders. Veterans News is brought to you each week by Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens and Nursery, keeping you blooming since 1952.
Your home is safe, or is it? AA Lock, Dock, and Security. The name has been a staple in Ocala since 1985. Do you have the right equipment in place to have peace of mind when you are at home or away? AA Lock, Dock, and Security has the right people to install and monitor your home or business. Call today for a free on-site security analysis. Call 867-1965. AA Lock, Dock, and Security, 219 Northwest 10th Street, 867-1965.
Now is the time to take advantage of Florida Credit Union's CD specials. Our 36-month CD comes in at 1.26% APY. A 24-month is working for you at 1.0% APY. And our 12-month at 0.75% APY. All CD rate specials require $10,000 minimum. With friendly service and rates like these, it's not hard to see why Florida Credit Union has your CD options covered. Florida Credit Union, connecting your money to your life. Call 352-237-8222 for more information. Must act by 1/15/14.
You've got a garden and we've got a show for you called You've Got a Garden with your host, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin. Carol Ann answers your questions about your flowers, your veggies, your grass, your trees, even questions about your bugs. And she's only on WOCA, so don't miss Carol Ann Baldwin and You've Got a Garden each Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on WOCA The Source.
Hey Ocala, this is Kelly Hart, Executive Editor of Ocala Magazine. Did you know last year Ocala Magazine won more awards and excellence than any other publication in Florida? And this year, Ocala Magazine was named Best Consumer Magazine in the state. Now you can join me every Friday at 10 a.m. on Ocala Magazine Radio, where we bring the pages of Ocala Magazine to life, right here on The Source. Ocala Magazine thanks you for making us number one. And remember, there is only one Ocala Magazine.
Your weekends are getting a little retool.
Swear to God, not making a joke.
Check this out. New shows? Check. We are Force. Some new talent? Check. Let's welcome the guys.
Let's get it going.
Arnie Spanier.
Unbelievable.
TJ Reeves.
This is what you get.
Your weekends are on fire.
Because that's how exotic it is.
We are Force.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my
too.
seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new truck.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
All right, 9 minutes before 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this morning. We're waiting on our next guest who will be teaching us about something called acromegaly. Acromegaly. I'm trying to figure out how this is pronounced. It's a rare chronic hormonal disorder caused by a non-cancerous tumor on the pituitary gland at the base of the brain. Wow, that sounds serious. I wonder how common it is, though.
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out when Dr. Kennedy calls in. In the meantime, I want to remind you that tomorrow is the first day of early voting here in Marion County. Mm-hmm. You have 6 different places that you can vote early. And, of course, on Election Day, November 4th or 3rd? November?
I think it's the 3rd.
But on Election Day, there's lots of places you can vote. So,
there he is.
All right, let's push this button and we'll go straight to the air.
Okay.
I believe this is our guest right here. Good morning. Is this Dr. Laurence Kennedy?
Hello.
Hello. Good morning. Is this Dr. Kennedy?
Morning. This is.
All right. Well, this is Larry. My name is Laurence, also, by the way. But I just so you know, we're going straight to the end. Usually, we get a little bit off-air chat time, but because of the timing, I had to go on. You do a radio show with a guy named Froggy, huh?
I don't do a radio show. Froggy does the radio show.
Oh, but you're on the show.
Not usually.
Oh, no. Not usually. Okay. Well, then never mind.
At the Cleveland Clinic.
Okay. All right. Yes, it does say here you're the chairman of the Endocrinology, Diabetes, and Metabolism Department of the Cleveland Clinic. So we were talking before you came on the phone with us about the word I can't pronounce. Acromegaly? How do you say it?
Acromegaly.
Acromegaly. Now explain what this is. It's a non-cancerous tumor, right?
Correct. Acromegaly is a condition where there's excess growth hormone. And as the name growth hormone implies, it causes growth. And when it occurs in adults who have completed their pubertal growth spurt, then you can't gain height. So what happens is you get enlargement of the hands and feet, and you can get changes in the facial features, including prominent jaw, and sometimes prominence of the forehead. People notice that a ring may not be easily removed, or rather perplexingly, as an adult they start requiring larger shoes. The excess growth hormone can also lead to cardiovascular risk factors such as high blood pressure and diabetes. And therefore, it's very important that this is diagnosed and treated as promptly as possible.
Wow, it sounds like it comes on slowly, the way you described it. Am I right?
It does happen very slowly, and even though someone like myself, if I see a patient with this condition for the first time, we can usually quite easily recognize it. People who are actually spending their whole lives with the patient, like their family, or people who see them regularly, like their family doctor, may not recognize it because the changes occur so slowly.
Really?
So it's important for patients to report these changes and to be aware of this condition. And it's easily diagnosed with a single blood test called an IGF-1.
Is it easily remedied?
So there are very successful treatments, very successful in most cases, either surgery to remove the excess pituitary tissue, or medical treatment, which can reduce growth hormone production or block the effect of growth hormone. And occasionally we will recommend radiation to the pituitary.
Is this why some big old guys have big ears? You ever even noticed like old men have big ears?
Yeah.
Yes, a lot of older people have big ears, but very few of them have acromegaly.
Okay.
So that is just one of the annoying features of getting older.
When you have to go in surgically and do this, is the pituitary gland itself affected at all, that it doesn't do its job anymore? And is there something extra that the patient needs to take in lieu of having a pituitary gland, or do you still leave it there?
Good question. In some cases, the abnormal tissue does impair the other functions of the pituitary. So you may get decreased thyroid production, you may get decreased activity of the ovaries or the testicles. Less commonly, you can get decreased function of the adrenal glands. And very often when if there is a benign tumor which is successfully removed, then the remaining pituitary gets an opportunity to function better. But yes, some patients do require what we call hormone replacement. The other important aspect of the long-term follow-up is to continue getting measurements of IGF-1 to make sure that the growth hormone excess is being kept under control.
So this may be a dumb question, but I thought that once we were full grown, the pituitary didn't do anything anymore. We didn't need it. I guess I'm wrong about that. What does it do?
Oh, the pituitary continues working throughout life. What you may be wondering is, once we're fully grown, why do we need to produce any growth hormone?
Yeah.
And in fact, growth hormone has other effects apart from just inducing linear growth. And that actually is the key to why excess growth hormone is damaging, because the other effects, as I said, can involve increasing blood pressure, affecting blood glucose and other metabolites, so increasing cardiovascular risk. And successful treatment will actually, get rid of or diminish the excess risk associated with that.
Can I ask you a question about the symmetry? I don't know if that's the right word. Like, could a person's you said it could affect their hands. Could it affect one hand, or would both hands get big at the same time?
It's very, very unusual. I don't think I've ever seen a patient who has had right-sided acromegaly but not left-sided.
Okay.
So it has global effects, yeah.
Okay.
Do little people have different pituitary gland structures than the other people?
When you say little people, do you mean children and adolescents?
No, I mean dwarfs.
People who just, pardon? Oh, so if you're unable to produce growth hormone at all, you will not attain full height, but that's pretty uncommon. Most people who are of short stature, that's just genetically predisposed.
Oh, I see.
All right. I know that our listeners are going to want to know more, and I know they're going to call, and I'm going to say, I don't know. So we need a website, and also pronounce it for me again. How is it? Acromegaly? Acromegaly.
No, acromegaly.
Acromegaly. Acromegaly. And so where can they go to find out more? Is there a website?
Yes, a good website is acromegalyinfo.com, acromegalyinfo.com.
Okay.
People could also go online to the National Institutes of Health, or they could go online to our own institution, Cleveland Clinic.
All right. And for the listeners who can't write that down or won't remember it, Robin will have it on our Facebook page to make it very easy.
Yep.
Dr. Laurence Kennedy, what an honor. Thank you so much for being on our show today.
Oh, thank you very much for inviting me.
All right. This is WOCA Ocala.
Fox News Radio. I'm Lillian Wu. A man believed to be a Liberian national being monitored at a New Jersey hospital after screening at Newark Liberty Airport.
Also, the photojournalist who has recovered from Ebola, Ashoka Mukpo, is set to be released today from the hospital in Omaha, where he was treated.
Fox Radio's Tanya J. Powers. People getting Social Security will see benefits go up 1.7% next year. This is the third year in a row the increase will be less than 2%. And a legend of American journalism has died.
The Washington Post, Ben Bradley, was key in getting the details of the Watergate break-in to the public. That created an upheaval for President Richard Nixon, who was forced to resign. Bradley credited with turning the Washington Post from a small hometown newspaper into the political powerhouse it is today.
Fox Radio's Jill Nato. Bradley was 93. Fox News. We report, you decide.
I'm Lex Friedman. I run my own business, so I know from experience, hiring new employees can be tough. Posting your job in one place isn't enough to find quality candidates. If you want to find the perfect hire, you need to post your job on all the top job sites, and now you can. With ZipRecruiter.com, you can post your job to 50-plus job sites, including Craigslist, LinkedIn, and Twitter, all with a single click. Find candidates in any industry nationwide. Just post once and watch your qualified candidates roll into ZipRecruiter's easy-to-use interface. No juggling emails or calls to your office. Quickly screen candidates, rate them, and hire the right person fast. Find out today why ZipRecruiter has been used by over 200,000 businesses. And right now, our listeners can post jobs on ZipRecruiter for free by going to ZipRecruiter.com/info. That's ZipRecruiter.com/info. One more time, to try it for free, go to ZipRecruiter.com/info.
Today in Florida Ag News, I'm a Southeast AgNet. Well, according to a news release from USDA's Natural Resources Conservation Service in Florida, Dwayne House has lived everything he dreamed of. A successful businessman, international investor in power generation, construction, oil exploration, agriculture. But he will be the first to tell you that wealth isn't measured in money. It's having the ability to control your own time. And that's what he wants to do, is to be a rancher. As a matter of fact, Dwayne purchased the historical Goodnoe Ranch about 8 miles east of LaBelle, Florida, 17 years ago. Since then, he's acquired more land adjacent to the original holdings. But Goodnoe Ranch is located next to an important corridor where Florida panther can cross from the south to the north. Biologists and naturalists wanted to provide a protected passage on the land to the north where more available habitat could increase the panther's range and expand their numbers. So Dwayne enrolled 1,700 acres into an easement program with USDA's Natural Resources Conservation Service to protect it. If you'd like to read more on this story, just go to our website at southeastagnet.com.
Cotton Incorporated and the Plant Management Network have teamed up to give growers and crop consultants a new and freely accessible resource to focus on this year. Focus on Cotton is a series of monthly webcasts from industry experts offering practical information and guidance in various areas of crop management, including weeds, nutrients, irrigation, diseases, and insects. Focus on Cotton is available for viewing at www.plantmanagementnetwork.org/FO.